and just think outside the box and get the views.
Oscar De La Hoya wastes my time.
Boxing is the best, the purest, the most beautiful sport in the world when the best fight the best.
I mean, I think he should go down and win a title at 160 because he won at 47, 40, 54, 68. Go get 60 and you got to close it all. That's fine.
Us fighters who get in the ring and risk our lives, you know, there's enough pie for everyone to pass around.
Oscar De La Hoya believes that when a fighter starts earning 7 or 8-figure paydays, late in his career, dangerous mistakes become almost unavoidable. He raised this warning while discussing Terence "Bud" Crawford, the man who just shocked the world by defeating Canelo Alvarez. According to De La Hoya, Crawford's historic win proves greatness, but also creates new traps ahead. And the biggest one might be Jermall Charlo. De La Hoya said people love to criticize after the fact, but he was one of the very few who predicted Crawford would beat Canelo from the start.
Crawford versus Canelo, which I feel Crawford will win.
Yeah. Okay.
But it'll be a great fight.
Yeah.
In his conversation with Ariel Helwani, De La Hoya explained that the result didn't shock him at all. He predicted it days before the fight and even broke down the exact reasons why Crawford would win.
Yeah, he's surprised. I was not surprised at all. I mean, I called it, I don't know how many days before.
De La Hoya, who supported Canelo for years, said, "I know Canelo very well. I know exactly what he can handle and what he can't.
And I know exactly what he cannot handle and what he can handle, where he looks great and where he doesn't." And Crawford was the perfect opponent or fighter to derail the train. That was the bottom line. You move on Canelo just a little bit, and he gets lost.
He said his confidence came from seeing Canelo's momentum halt. De La Hoya saw the flaws clearly. It wasn't luck. A sharp, calculated fighter like Crawford could exploit Canelo's biggest weakness, movement. Canelo struggles when his opponent keeps moving because his feet stay planted. That makes him an easy target for a smart boxer like Crawford. On Clapback Thursday.
Makes me horny.
Yeah, baby.
To tell you I told you so.
I told you.
I predicted the Canelo Crawford fight like a goddamn fortune teller.
You're the Oracle?
Canelo's feet were cemented on the canvas as he was hitting air. The f was that? Props to Crawford.
Thank you.
He came up 3 weight classes and fought a beautiful fight.
Good job.
What a great performance.
Did you get what you was looking for?
Like taking candy from a baby.
De La Hoya repeated that Crawford completely outclassed Canelo and made him look foolish. He shut down excuses about age by reminding fans that Crawford is older and still dominated. De La Hoya said this moment matters because it shows the gap between Crawford's skill and Canelo's weakness. Crawford exposed a stylistic flaw, but his next opponent may not have the same weakness, which makes things much harder.
With Canelo, made him look silly. And before you start with your about Canelo being old, just know that Crawford is older.
I'm too old.
That's not an excuse here. Look, I promoted Canelo's entire career.
Put some respect on it.
And it was a huge flop.
How do you like them, man?
The only real fighters he's faced were Mayweather, Bivol, and Crawford, and they all toyed.
When Ariel Helwani asked if Crawford would retire as champion, De La Hoya said no because once a fighter begins earning 7 and 8-figure checks, new temptations appear. Hunger fades. It becomes less about greatness and more about money. This is where fighters make dangerous decisions. The wrong fight, the wrong timing, the wrong motivation.
It'll silence a lot of doubters. Not all of them, but it'll silence a lot of doubters. And he can move on to the next challenge. And then that next challenge is possibly a top 10 in the world.
I think the smaller Charlo could be even more dangerous. The smaller Charlo has speed and fights harder, and he's in your face. It's a great payday for him, and he's obviously he took that into consideration when making the decision. It's going to be a tough task. I mean, 2 weight divisions is historical if he wins, and 2 weight divisions if he loses, he has the perfect excuse.
This is where Charlo becomes a threat. De La Hoya warned that choosing Jermall Charlo could be a huge mistake. Charlo is more dangerous than people think. Bigger, stronger, unpredictable, and carrying the fire of redemption after an embarrassing loss. This is the classic trap fight, the type of opponent a champion underestimates while chasing another big payday.
At maybe retirement. Do you think he retires? No. No, not at all. Now he's making the big bucks, right? Well, now he has a taste of 7 figures, you know, 8 figures, whatever it might be. Once you get a taste of that, towards the end of your career, you're gonna make a few mistakes.
Crawford's problem isn't just Charlo's size or skill, it's the risk of taking him lightly after such an easy win over Canelo. Charlo has already felt true super middleweight power at 168 pounds. He admitted Canelo is a beast with frightening strength. Crawford, who started at 135 pounds, may not yet understand that level of force. Experience at higher weights is now Charlo's advantage.
Guys, Canelo Charlo, super boring fight. I mean, he just showed up for a paycheck. Canelo, obviously, like I said, on quicksand, throwing bombs. He won easy. But anyway, look, if we want boxing to survive, if we want boxing to thrive, we need super fights. Like all the time. Fighters must fight each other. We have to come together. Promoters, Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, Bob Arum, whoever's out there, let's come together. I'm calling you out. Let's come together. Let's meet the power of the minds and come up with something, because boxing can die. I'm calling you all out.
Charlo's biggest edge is that he already lived through that kind of power. He knows the reality Crawford hasn't experienced yet. After losing to Canelo, Charlo admitted he should have gained more weight. That fight humbled him, and now he's more dangerous. De La Hoya was furious at the Canelo-Charlo matchup, saying Charlo only took it for a paycheck and never truly tried. But that's exactly what makes Charlo deadly now.
So I'm not going nowhere, and you know, just jump right into it. And you know, Canelo's a motherfucking beast. You know what I'm saying? He's an ox. You know, maybe I felt that more because of the fact that you know, this is my first time at that weight division. I wish I could have gained a little bit more weight in between the you know, from the weigh-in to that time, but I can't control my body, and I can't, you know, but like God had this already written, and you know, I'm glad that I was in there with, you know, to put on the performance for Showtime pay-per-view.
In your perspective, why don't you think he could have stopped Charlo?
No, he could have stopped Charlo. He should have. I mean, you don't. First of all, you had a fighter who was there just for payday, literally. I mean, he's in the biggest stage of his life. Go out there and take some risks. You know, fight hard. People paid their money. People buy it on pay-per-view. Fight hard. Because when you fight hard, you don't lose anything. When it's a great fight, there's no loser.
He already got the paycheck. He already regrets giving a flat performance. The Charlo who fights Crawford will be hungry, unpredictable, and fighting for pride. Crawford beat Canelo by exploiting a predictable opponent. Charlo fighting for redemption is anything but predictable. And then there's the online narrative pushed by channels like BOXI and Ego claiming Crawford's resume is filled with damaged opponents. Burns wasn't elite. Gamboa was small. Benavidez had a leg injury. Kell Brook had broken eye sockets.
They say that's a 50-50 fight. Canelo got good inside game, but he gonna have to get past Charlo long arms. And Charlo, he can use his reach good. He's strong. He got a good jab.
It's a great fight. I just think that the press conferences were freaking lame.
Why?
Just because it was all staged. I mean, come on, guys. Look, if you want to see Canelo pissed off, take a look at my press conference. With Munguia and Canelo. That's
Social media the other day. You're kind of fired up about the Canelo fight. Why didn't you like that fight?
Because it was boring.
What?
I mean, when a fighter throws one punch, when two fighters throw one punch in one round, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, I'm a fighter who has been in there, in the line of fire, throwing 100 punches around. Like, the fans want to be entertained. So that was my critique. Is coming from a fighter, coming from...
The fact that a new entity is coming into boxing and already wants to change a bill that has been in place for decades that protects fighters, to me, is shady. That's the bottom line. I mean, think about it. It's shady. The first thing you want to do is change the law, change the rule, the Muhammad Ali Act, which protects the fighters. I instantly think about what they did with the UFC. The UFC signing hundreds, if not thousands of fighters, and they don't even see the light of day. There's total transparency. Promoter to disclose, everything that might be in the pot. The fighters call it the pot. And you're obligated to disclose, the financial status of your event, of the fighter's event. If you're a main event fighter or championship fighter, you have every right to look at the books. And with this amendment, they're gonna...
This could be one of the biggest boxing events in history. Who you got, Crawford or Charlo? Watch till the end for all the details, reactions, and what this means for the future of boxing. Subscribe for more boxing updates, fight breakdowns, and news. Drop your predictions in the comments.